What's up, guys? What's happening? Welcome back to another edition of Let's Get It In. Okay, real quick, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to these videos, man. Really helps us a lot with the algorithm. We don't like to be shut down and censored. So if you could please like, that'd be freaking rad. If you like this message, please like it and share with others, okay? All right, so real quick, I want to go over something. You know, I see some videos on YouTube about what works for some and what works for others, right? And you see people bashing things like vertical foregrips, whatever the case is. I mean, they can find a reason to bash a stock, right? They can find a reason to not like something on their rifle, okay? That doesn't mean that you shouldn't like what they don't like. It's very easy to fall into that trap. Okay, I'm not gonna name names, you guys know I don't do that. But what I will say is, after I turn this heater off, is I like this guy's channel, but sometimes I don't like what he's got to say about certain things. He trains a little bit, he could get better, I could get better, we could all get better. I'm not ragging on the dude. Some of you guys might know who he is, whatever. I'm not gonna name who it is. So, the beauty about firearms is they have so many different accessories because there are so many different people who need different accessories for their rifle. Like, these things are supposed to be an extension of who you are as an individual, right? You want this thing a part of you, okay? Now, it can't necessarily be a part of you if you got a jacked up wrist like I do, okay? From punching and fighting all these years, I've got a jacked up wrist and it just hurts, okay? And so if I could, I would hold my rifle like this, because it's the way that our rifle is originally designed to be held, okay? With your thumb forward and like this, that kills my wrist. So I need a vertical grip on the front of my rifle. I don't like them back here. I don't hold them like this. I hold them right like that with my fingers angled just like that. That's how I do it, okay? Thumb maybe facing a little bit forward down range. If you're not comfortable with your rifle, you're gonna need to add something onto it that creates that full 100%, what's it called, extension of you, right? So this thing needs to be a part of you on the daily, okay? You need to get used to them like that. Now, if you're uncomfortable, find what's comfortable. This works for me, okay? It doesn't work for everybody. A lot of people like gripping their rifle just like that, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with anything, okay? And I have these things on all of my rifles, including my night vision rifle, which is super sick. This is my night vision rifle. This thing's badass. I love this thing. So sweet. And I got the Surefire Mini on here. I got the Comp M5 on here. I got a Vampire Surefire Scout Light. This thing's sick. And I got the Sierra Tac Sling. This thing's pretty rad. But I got my vert grip in the front placed perfectly so that I can manipulate my fire control, my light control, and my laser right here while I'm operating this thing, all right? So they work for me. I can't hold it like this. It kills my wrist, okay? Man, I just don't want to put this thing down. This thing is so awesome. I don't want to put it down. I love this thing. That's because it's a part of me. You see, this thing here is like my third arm. So that being said, when it comes to firearms accessories, experiment with a lot of different things. If you're new to this game, go out and see what works for you. Take your gun to the range. Obviously, you've had training, right? You want to get some training before you do all this stuff. You want to see what works and what doesn't work. Not everything is going to work. Like when you take your gear out, you want to make sure that your gear works. You know, where your magazine holders are, where whatever is on your body, where it's placed, you want to make sure that it works. Like, where's your med kit? Mine's right in the back. I got tourniquets on the front. I got a tourniquet on the side, and everything's out of my way on the sides. And yeah, I do have some stuff on my kit that I put on the sides in the Blue Force Gear 10-speed pouches. And I've taken it out and I've recognized that that's what works for me. Nothing's in the way, nothing rattles, nothing makes noise. So you want to be sure to take your stuff out, your gear, and make sure that it works. Make sure that your vertical grip or your angled vertical grip is positioned in the right place for you to be able to turn on your light. Whatever it is you're going to be doing, make sure that it all works, okay? And if you have multiple rifles for multiple different uses, like I've got my night vision rifle, and then I've got a pretty basic just truck gun with one of these on it. You guys know what this is? Yes, it's a 30-round magazine, I get it. But this little clip right here, you guys know what that is? If you do, leave it in the comments. Push-pull. I'll give you guys a quick tip. You guys who don't know how to load magazines, this is called a beer can grip, okay? This is what I do a lot of the time to reload my magazine. So you push, pull, push, pull. You'll feel a click and you'll hear a click, okay? Push, pull, guys. And when you push, pull, you don't have to slap it. I see dudes slapping, but you know what slapping your magazine can do? You're slapping your magazine, well, this one might not work, but yeah, there it goes. So when you slap the bottom of the magazine, you can volcano a round right out of it. You saw it just happen. It just flew right out. So try to avoid this. Watch. There it goes. You see, some magazines are different than others. This one obviously takes a couple hits. I've seen it happen on one soft hit. Depending on how used the feed lips are, is going to depend on how easy it comes out. So push, pull your magazine, okay? And if it doesn't push, pull right away, like when you pull it, when you push it in and you pull it and it doesn't click all the way, there's an adjustment you can make on your magazine release. You push this magazine release all the way in, and this little rod sticking out right here, let's get this thing out of here. Clear? Okay, we'll just leave it, whatever. We'll stage 3 it. Okay, so this here, you can twist this thing, okay? If you push this in enough, you can bring it all the way out and turn it until, you turn it one at a time, and I think it's counterclockwise that you turn it. I might be wrong, leave it in the comments if I'm wrong. But you can turn it one at a time and then put the magazine back in, push, pull. And if it clicks with just an easy entry and it locks in real quick, then you're good to go. But if it doesn't and you gotta like push it in, a little bit of force, then you gotta loosen it up a little bit or tighten it a little bit based on the rifle. Okay, so that's that. All right. Now again, it's important that you guys, you newcomers to these platforms of rifles, understand that you don't have to have all these accessories on your rifle. If you can have few accessories, good for you. You know, if you want a lot of them and they work for you, good for you. Don't limit yourself based on other people's opinions on how they run their rifles. This is a you game. This is you figuring out what is best for you, not what is best for some dude on YouTube like myself and other guys. I'm not gonna bash on anybody who has some stuff on their rifle that I don't like. It works for them. Some people like the, it's a Magpul mag release that the little rod goes into the magazine well. I can't stand those things. No, I don't want to use them. It just doesn't work for me. I can't stand those things. But if it works for you, and like it works for some guys that I train with, have at it, man. I mean, if it works and you can load and do everything fast the way that you need to do it, hey, dude, amen. I'm all about it. Congratulations. There's going to be an awards ceremony outside. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to go over that real quick. Quick video. I'm not gonna hammer you guys with stuff. So, I think that's about it. But when it does come, I'll say this real fast. When it does come to optics, be careful what you buy. I have had great experience with aim point optics. I run them on most of my rifles. This is a T1 from back in like 2011, 2012. I still have it on this rifle, and it's still dude, I've switched the battery once in the last like 10 years, and that thing's still cranking. I'm a fan of those. I got the Aim Point Comp M5 on my night vision rifle. Thing works awesome. I've banged that thing against walls. I've thrown it on the ground. It's fallen. It's taken a beating, but the glass stays true, and the zero stays true. I have no issues with aim point. I've heard about issues with other optics. I'm not gonna name them. I mean, I'm sure you guys can guess. I've seen batteries blow up out of some of these things. I've seen them just fail. I'm a firm believer in buy once, you get to cry once. And if you've got the cash, just buy it. You want something reliable, okay? So, I think that's about it. This is a Crye clip right here. This thing, what it does is you want to position the magazine right? You want the bullets facing your backside. So this thing just fits right on your pants. I got running shorts on right now, but this thing fits here. And look, it's concealed. Look. And you can't see it. You can see it less, obviously, with like your pants, right? And what kind of apparel you're wearing, like what kind of shirt you're wearing. If you're wearing a tight shirt, you're gonna be able to see the outline of this thing. You're gonna be showing it, right? So they won't be able to see it. Your shirt will be covering it. But if you're wearing like a collared shirt, kind of baggy, this thing's perfect for that. And this thing's perfect for like running security. Look at this thing. Bam, it just comes right up. Bam, into the rifle. Beer can grip it. And that's what's cool about this thing. You can just beer can grip it right out of here. Look at that. Rock and roll, dude. 3 of these clips you can buy for like, I think it's like $20 or something. 15, $20. I can't remember the price. CryePrecision.com. No, they're not sponsored. They don't sponsor me. I don't make any money doing this. Okay. I wish I was, honestly. I'll make some cash doing this. I'd love to be sponsored by Crye Precision. Okay. Push, pull. All right. So the Crye clip. What's cool about them too is, check this out. They've got this lips on the inside. I know it's kind of hard to see. So it's got these lips on these grooves. Check out those grooves. There's the retention on these things is so good. These clips, they're like genius for how simple and cheap these things are. Dude, you can carry 3 mags on you concealed in like church or whatever. If you're running security in a church and you've got a pistol as an AR, tuck that thing away underneath your arm, and then you got 3 of these, and you got 1 mag in the rifle. Dude, time to rock and roll, dude. That's 4 magazines. These Crye clips are like the duh factor, I call it. The duh factor. So get yourself some of these, you guys. I highly recommend them. And like I said, they might not work for you, but they work for me. Spindrift, can you sponsor me? Check it out. Smash those things. If you guys are looking for a good alternative to soda, Spindrift is your thing. Non-GMO, and if you scan the can on the Yuka app, very, very good. They get 100%. Okay. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys got something out of the video. If you guys have any questions, anything, feel free to email me. If it's some tougher questions, email me at lakeshoreammunition@gmail.com. If you've got some questions, leave it in the comments. Feel free, and let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's go grind, man. It's time to get that 12.5 miles in. Sunny day. What are you waiting for? Let's go get it. See ya.